Okay, so today we're going to put NanoBanana 2 through its paces with cropping and resizing of some images. And there's a few tricks to it that actually make it far more effective and also makes it possible to run it through make.com. So we'll have a go at that. So what we're trying to achieve with this particular automation is to create a bunch of resized images based on a single image. And the single image I'm using in this example is this set of gumboots. So think about it, if you're an e-commerce site owner, maybe you want to create some resized images of these boots for something like Google ad display or maybe for social media and stuff like that. And you don't want to go through the process of having to crop each individual image, resize it, and basically recreate a bunch of graphic design which you really don't need or want to do. So basically we're going to do this with make.com and with the NanoBanana API. So let's start here. Basically, first thing we do is we download the image using the HTTP get file request, or it's a download file request, I should say. Simply all you need to do is go to the image itself, copy the image address, go back to make, if we can go back to make, and paste in the URL of the image. So that's all nice and easy. You won't need any authentication in most cases. I have actually just grabbed an image off the internet. I hope this person's not upset that I'm using their gumboot image, but if they are, they're welcome to contact me and I'll take this video down. So basically, there's a few tricks to it. And the first thing here we have to do, NanoBanana's API doesn't just request, you can't just send it a file. You need to save it as base64. So what that means is we get this data from the file download and we encode it as base64, which is an inbuilt function that make.com has. So once we do that, now here these next two steps you could replicate in a different manner, but basically I've just created a little set of text. Let's actually clean this up a bit. We'll get this nice and straight. Basically, these are a series of dimensions that we want to create images in. So these are most of these, in fact, all of these are standard Google Display Ad dimensions, but you can choose any dimensions within NanoBanana's limit, which I think goes up to about 2,000 or 3,000 pixels, wide and high. This step here, all this does is basically iterates those dimensions that we've created here. And of course, there'd be many better ways to do this, but this is just one simple way for this demonstration. Then now this is where all the intelligence happens. Firstly, you need a Gemini key, which I'm not going to demonstrate in this particular demonstration, but basically you need an authorization key. The URL is this one here. This is their latest and greatest generate contents API URL. So we're using Gemini 3.1 Flash image generation for this one. It's a post method. You don't need to use a header because you're using the Gemini key as we've discussed earlier. Body type is raw and it's application JSON. Now, you're welcome to pause this video and actually copy out this particular request contents. You could get it from the Gemini API developer documentation, which I'm showing here. You could copy this. In fact, you probably have to edit this a bit because the bit we need is only this bit here, and you need to remove all the kind of the commenting out of the slashes which are commenting out the quotation marks. But anyway, you're welcome to pause the video and use this particular format. So basically what we're doing is we're sending the API this data, which is we're asking for a JPEG image. Here's the data we got in the previous step, being this base64 step. And it's been encoded for us by make. And the text is pretty simple. I've just asked it resize this image to the following pixel dimensions, being the image dimensions that we created in this step and that we're kind of iterating in this parse CSV step. Where possible, center on the product. Do not stretch the image. Add matching background when necessary. So if we think back to our image, it looks like this, and basically we're going to resize it in a bunch of different shapes and sizes, and just doing that by extending the background to the image size. And we want to pass the response. That's most important. So there's that there. Now here's the other little trick that we have with our make.com and NanoBanana API. We need to save the output data, which is found in this one here. Here's the inline data here. Here's the data this is as base 64 encoded. Now what we need to do is change that back to binary so we can save it as a file. So to binary, which is an inbuilt make.com function, and we save the data that we get from NanoBanana API, and we save it to Google Drive. Now I'm not going to run this again because each image just costs a little bit of money, and I have actually created some earlier, and I'll show you what they look like. First thing first, I'd just like you to take note of the different image dimensions I wanted to create, and we'll have a look at the output because it's not exactly what I wanted, but it's pretty close. So if we look here, this set of images that were created at 248 is a set of the images that we've run on this make.com automation. Let's look at one of them. Here we've created, like, this is the wide image with the boots in it. We have one here. This is a upright image or a portrait image. This is another portrait image that's kind of like a column. And here we have some landscape rectangles. And the first one we got was pretty much a rectangle. So what you will notice is down here in the corner, the dimensions aren't exactly what I asked. The aspect ratio seems pretty good, but the dimensions are not exactly what I asked for. Don't really know what to say for that, apart from the fact that it seems that NanoBanana works better on aspect ratio than it does on actual pixel size and dimensions. So these would be suitable for Google display ads, but they're not exactly the dimensions I'm asking for. Not really sure what the answer is. Probably what you could do, we have an API call here. You could have a second API call that actually resizes it to the exact pixel size you might want. So that might actually work. I haven't actually tried it, but I'm sure that would probably work just as well. Kind of like a few shotting the NanoBanana API to kind of get exactly what you want. Probably you'd find that the generated images would work fine for Google display ads in this case. Okay, so that's it for today's little tutorial, just a simple one on make.com and NanoBanana API. As always, reach out to me on my link below in the description if you want to talk more about AI automation or anything you'd like to talk about with regards to this subject. Thanks very much.